Welcome back to College Hill Farm. Well, all work and no play makes Joel a dull boy. So I'm feeling kind of tough this morning, so it's time to do some playing. Makes you alive. So what we're going to do is, you saw the video, the title. If you know the channel, you know I love air rifles. Okay, I love them. They're great to play around with. They're inexpensive, and they're just great to play around with and plink. I love plinking. So, and my grandson loves plinking. Even my boys like to go out and plink with these air rifles and test them and shoot different things, plywood and different stuff. So, yesterday I went out and I found this. It's called a Legacy 1000. Now, when I was a kid, I had a Crossman air rifle that you pumped up, and I think 6 pumps was all you could do on it. Well, I don't know how many feet per second it fired. It never said that I remember, but I was 11 years old, and I slayed squirrels with that thing. We ate all kinds of squirrel meat with that little air rifle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this one, and we're going to test it against my but my Crossman F4 Nitro too. We'll fire it once and see how it compares. But this is not an unboxing video, but I am going to unbox it. Let's close up. This is the way it comes. Of course, the scope is always separate. To be honest, I don't like a scope. I bought this because it has peep sights. It has sights. I have found that those little Crossman scopes never do what I need them to, because I have a problem with vision. Look at there. There it is. Okay, looks a lot like the old one I had. The old one I had it cocked back and it pulled a pellet in, pulled a BB in. So, yeah, this is cute. Does it have a reservoir for BBs? Oh, I think it does. Okay, it's time to read the instructions, and then we'll go out and shoot this baby. Okay, the very first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to load BBs in this, and then I'll practice shoot a little bit to make sure that the sights are on. I may have to adjust the sights. I'll not do that in the video, but know that I went through and adjusted these sights to make sure that I was shooting straight. Now, to load the BBs, right here in the tailstock is where they load in. Let me get my BBs out. I keep a bunch of these 0.177 BBs. Let's see if I can pour these in without pouring them everywhere. Well, be that way. Okay, that's enough to get me started. So, then you just push this back over, and it's closed and ready to go. Alright? Hear them in there? Now you pull this up, put it back like that. And the BBs will load in to here. Okay, it appears to be a little tougher than it looks. There we go, got it full. Can you see them? Okay, got it full, so then you pull that back over, and it's spring loaded, and it holds them in there, so that when you cock it, well, are you going to come in? Oh, there, it's already in there. When I was a kid, there was a magnetic thing that came here. So now I'm ready to shoot it, so I'm going to go out and practice a little bit, and then we'll go over and shoot some targets. Okay, I have set up a piece of Luan plywood on a fence post, and we're going to see how it does. I hope it doesn't ricochet back and shoot my eye out. Don't do this at home. Have some fun every now and then. Alright, now I'm going to start off with BBs. I've shot enough BBs now that I know what the aim is. So when I've got the sight adjusted pretty good, I like this sight. It shows up real good in dim light because it's early morning, and so now the maximum pumps is 12. It says a pellet, if you shoot a pellet, 3 pumps is 550 feet per second, 6 pumps is 800 feet per second, and 12 pumps is 1,000 feet per second. But it says BBs only go up to 800 feet per second. Of course, they're round and they're not as heavy. So let's do 3 shots with BB, and then we'll come back and do 3 shots with a pellet. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3. There's a BB in it. Okay. Now let's do 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And it pumps really easy. It's a lot easier to pump than my F4 Nitro. Oh, I was trying to shoot at the top, so let's do that again. I missed it. How many pumps have I done? Dang it. I don't remember. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. And now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And it doesn't get any harder to pump. Doesn't feel like. Alright. Alright, now let's look at them. Looks like I might need a bigger piece of plywood. Every one of those went all the way through. Okay, time to rethink. Every one of those went through at 10 yards, went through that piece of 1/2 inch or that piece of 1/4 inch Luan plywood. Okay, so I've brought out a piece of 3/4 inch pine. We'll see how it does against the solid pine. All right, 1, 2, 3. Let's see how it does on this 1/4 inch pine. I think I hit it. I gotta look. Just graze the top. It's not as big a target. Okay, that definitely hit it. That was the first one. There's 6 pumps. Okay. And I'm not aiming 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oops. That'll be bees in it. Wait a minute. Yeah, I got one. I just need one. Yeah, got it. Okay, let's go see how it did. Okay, none of them went through, but the BB's embedded in all of them. 1 bee, 2 bee, and 3 bee. None of them went through. Okay, now it's time to try a pellet. I bought these Crossman destroyers. Says they're recreational. It would take out a raccoon or a groundhog or just whatever. I'm going to get out 3 pellets and see how it does with them. Alright, start off by putting in a pellet. Okay, I let all the BBs go out. Put it in backwards. It is a little tough with big old fat fingers. There we go. Got it straight that time. Alright. Let's see what it does. 1, 2, 3. Okay. I can tell it penetrated farther just by looking out there. Okay, let's put another pellet in it. Got it backwards again. Yeah, there's got to be a better way to put these in there. There's not a lot of room. There we go. Now, put this in my other hand. Go away, Skeeter. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not certain that I hit it, so I gotta go look. No, shot above it. I was trying to miss the other hole from the BB. Well, come on. Found to be a better way to load these. Alright, maybe when I get used to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, that definitely hit it. Okay, now another BB for the 12. Or another pellet for the 12. Now, 12 pumps is supposed to be 1,000 feet per second. Upside down. Go. Now let's see what this F4 Nitro will do for it. Okay, get it broke down. It's harder to cock. Way harder. That one the Crossman 1000 would be a lot easier for a kid because you could pump it easy. This F4 Nitro is hard to pump. Put a pellet in. It's 1.7. It's .177 caliber. Now I've got some 22 caliber ones, but I don't compare them. Okay, they're different. Now this F4 Nitro, if you look at him, I've let him rust up. I shouldn't do that, but it's what it is. Now let's see if we can get him to fire. In the fire position, and I keep it in my truck. So far the count for this F4 Nitro has been 27 raccoons, 9 groundhogs. Okay, so yeah, it is a handy little thing. Has been on my homestead, but let's see how it shoots. Come on. Won't focus. Focus, doggone it. Got focus for a long distance shooting. Okay, let's see how it did in comparison. It has recoil. The 1000 does not have any recoil, so let's go see how it did. Okay. Yes, it went all the way through. Okay, here is the Crossman Legacy 1000, and I'm sure it's Legacy because it's a pump like the old pump I had as a kid. I'll try and put a picture up. I think I've still got the gun. If I've still got it, I'll put a picture up so you can see. So the very first step was shooting this Luan plywood. Well, if you look, there's 3 holes, 1, 2, 3, for each of the pumps. And every one of them comes straight through the back. Okay, even one I thought I missed came straight through. Alright, every one of them went straight through the back. So this is where the screws were that had it screwed to the post. These are 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I thought I missed one, but this one actually I hit it. Okay, and I wasn't aiming at a spot. Alright, this is not an accuracy test. I got to get these sights dialed in. I just took it out of the box. Alright, now here's these. Okay, right here was the first one. Looks like, oh no, that was a pellet. Here's the first one. You can see the BB down in there. I know you can't see it, but it's just below the surface of the wood. Now this one, the BB, looks like it's buried in about 1/4 inch, so it went about 1/2 inch into this. And this BB is buried even further. It went in about 5/8 inch. Okay, so even a BB would kill a possum or a raccoon or a squirrel. Okay, even a BB. And BBs are the cheapest things you can buy. I think this was $4 and something at Walmart, Wally World. Now, the pellets. This first pellet, 3 pumps, the pellet is flat with the wood right here. So the pellet penetrated the entire length of the pellet. And it doesn't look mushed up too much. Then over here, on the other side, the pellet is pretty mushed, and it's about 1/4 inch below the surface of the wood, the back of the pellet. And then right here, the third pellet with the 12 pumps, it's a good 1/2 inch down in there, and then the length of the pellet. It doesn't look like the pellet is mushed up too much in this pine. Now the F4 Nitro, right here it is, and here it is busting out the back of the wood. Okay, the F4 Nitro is 1,200 feet per second. Okay, so you can increase that, by the way. Take a little Vaseline and stick it in the back of your pellet. It's called dieseling. You'll be surprised what it does. I'm not telling you to do it, but I'm not telling you to do it. Okay, don't do that. Don't do that. Anyway, it's broke the wood out. You can see where it's broken right here. So, yeah, I'm impressed with this little thing. I'm impressed with how easy it is to pump up. I'm glad it shoots BBs. Now, my F4 Nitro does not shoot BBs, and it does not have an open sight. That's the only problem I have with it. It has a scope, and you adjust it for the distance you want to look with it. I've got it adjusted for like 40 yards, because at 40 yards it will kill a groundhog. But I've got it adjusted for like 40 yards, but anything over 40 yards is probably too long. So it sees good anything 20 yards out, but I had to readjust the scope to shoot at 10 yards. Okay, so that's my review of the Legacy 1000 Crossman pellet rifle. This would be a great homestead gun for taking care of the traps. I used to carry my pellet rifle, my old one. I'm sure that it only gave me maximum 500 feet per second, the bottom that this one does. I'm sure it gave me a maximum probably of 500 feet per second. And I took it with me on the trap line, because BBs make little holes. Okay, so yeah. Now, if you like this stuff, this homesteading, do-it-yourself kind of thing, be certain to come on out to the channel and subscribe. We do this homestead stuff every week, sometimes 1, sometimes 5 videos. Just depends on what's going on in the homestead that week. Now, if you hit the little bell, it'll be right up here when you come to the channel. It'll notify you when we upload a video. We upload on Sundays, Tuesdays, and Thursdays, and then the occasional short on Friday and Saturday. Now, time for me to get on to the next thing, and I'm glad I took a play day.